students, so let us now start with the subject. Okay, I think everyone is clear. Voice is okay. So as we discussed in the last lecture, online lecture, there were many problems. As we know, that time we had a little net problem. Few had their own problems. Okay, but today I hope there will be very less or no problem at all. So let us begin with the lecture now. So as you know, for the D bar 2, in the first semester, the lecture, the topic that you are having regarding this design of concrete structure 2, which is the extension of design of concrete structure that you have learned first in third year, second semester. So I hope you have learned how to design beam, how to design slabs. I don't know whether staircase was covered in that or not, but here you are having the columns, and as you know all, the analysis part you have studied in SOM 1, SOM 2 and SOM 3, or maybe in 1 and 2 only, because you had in 1 and 2 for your DBA 2, in which you have analyzed the different structures. So analysis is the part that we are doing initially, and whatever the moments that are being worked out, that is the bending moment, the shear force in that particular element. For that bending moment and the shear force, we are designing these structural elements. And that too, we are learning here, that is concrete structures. Okay. So concrete, it is again very clearly, it is not the part of DSS, it is a part of DCS, that is the concrete structure in which the reinforcement will be there, that is the steel will be there, and that's why again very clearly speaking, it is quite interesting, and we will find more interest when we learn more and more in that. For the bending moment, we are going to work out the depth of the beam or slab that you have learned earlier. Now here in this DCS2, the module 1 consists of limit state of collapse, that is a torsion, types of torsion, behavior of RCC, rectangular sections. Again, rectangular section is the part here, subjected to torsion, design of section subjected to the combined bending and torsion. As you already learnt, what do you mean by bending, what do you mean by torsion? So simply speaking, torsion is nothing but the torque, and how it is created in the RC beams, that again we will learn. But in this case, we are going to learn how to design it, just knowing the torsion in that particular beam. Fine. And combined bending and torsion, for that effects also, again we are going to design the elements or the components of this particular structures. This is module 1, and module 2 is regarding the design of axial loaded and eccentrically loaded columns. So axial loaded columns generally are quite simple to design. As you have learned, maybe those students who came from diploma directly joined second year engineering, you might be knowing, you have learned this design of columns in your design of concrete structure in the diploma final year. So where short column and long column you have learned. Fine. So Rankine formula you are used. Fine. And if you see, the load applied in the short columns is moreover axially loaded, while in case of rectangular columns, square columns, we learn again loaded axially, eccentrically also. But practically, there is very less chances the loads acting exactly axially. So many times it is eccentric, and that's why you are also going to learn the eccentrically loaded columns here. It is quite interesting in residential buildings or say any of uniaxially loaded columns, then biaxial loaded columns, how they are being considered, how they have to be designed, that all part again we are going to see in detail. Okay. Today we'll be having only the discussion part, and that's why nothing will be displayed or nothing PPT will be shown to you. No PPT will be shown to you. Fine. Because what I think is it should be the clear part that first let us make it the things clear what we are going to learn, how we are going to learn, make our concepts clear, why to again know these things in detail, that again is an important part, and that's why I'll brief these things and then we will start in a proper way from the next week onward. Okay, but your doubt should be cleared, and anybody having any doubt in this, you can put the things on the chat box or in the chat box so that I can just go through it and I will make a note on that also. Okay, because it will be not possible all the time to start your mic and get the question cleared, because we are presently we are having only half an hour in which we have to learn a lot, and I have to make the things rather more clear. Fine. So these are the only two modules in the first section, I can say. Here it is not section 1, section 2, but in DBA2 there are altogether 5 to 6 modules, and according to the modules the question paper is there. But again, a very important part you can say in the module 3, 4, 5, 6 is the design of pre-stressed concrete. In case when we had been teaching to the Solapur University students, we were teaching this particular part before going for the torsion and the column. The reason was quite simple, because pre-stressed concrete is a totally new concept. Like that, you know, design of column, because already you have learned that in the diploma. Only those who have came regular, for them also it is not that much, because you have learned in the structures how to just analyze it. So little part at least you know what is short column, what is long column, and so on. But pre-stressed concrete is a total new concept, and it has to be learned in a very detailed format, and it takes little time also because it is totally new. And nowadays if you see, this pre-stressed concrete is used moreover, and to make the structures rather more efficient, long lasting, more load carrying capacities of those particular structures, and that's why these are preferred nowadays. In the pre-stress concreting, again there are methods like we can say pre-stressing and post-tensioning. Okay, pre-stressing is nothing but the stressing which is done before the concreting, we can say, and post-tensioning is that when the member is casted and then afterwards the what I can say tensioning is done, and that's why it is called as a post-tensioning. For the bridge, especially on a river, where the beam girders which are being provided, those are post tension, because as we know the span of these beam girders are not less than say 12 to 15 meters, and that's why it is not possible for them to precast, and that's why those are post tension. Okay, and pre tensioning is not possible for that. And a very good example of pre tensioning, what you can say is, as you know, the sleepers, that is the railway concrete sleepers. You might have seen many times, many places when you pass in a train, at many places this pre-stressing, what I can say, the pre-stress railway sleepers are lying down, and these are nowadays preferred instead of wooden sleepers or the steel sleepers. And that's why it is now important to learn these pre-stressing concepts also, and how the systems are there, what the systems are there, the methods of pre-stressing, as I told now. So of these all things. So simply what I can say, if you differentiate what is a regular RCC format and what is this pre-stressing, we can just go through few points and we can differentiate. And we can say that what are the advantages of these pre-stressed concrete members. So I'll just go through few parts here. Advantage of the pre-stressed concrete over the regular RCC concrete. Fine. So in this, we can say that whatever the concrete that we are using is a high strength concrete, and this concrete is what you can say tested, or it is totally wave batching. It is done in a very proper way under the skilled labor. The tests are taken every time, and all the measures are being taken to make this element, whatever the element is going to be prepared, in a very right sense. While in case of general RCC structure, as we know, the various methods adopted, as we know, on the sites, we have till date volumetric measurements where the aggregate, cement, sand are taken in the gamelas, they are poured in the mixers. The rotation is then, that is a drum rotation, say for 50 rounds and so on. The water is added randomly, volumetric basis, and due to which it is made what you can say totally workable concrete. And workable concrete, when it is coming and what you can say laying is done on the slab or beam, we find many times the hair cracks are there, the concrete is of proper quality. These all difficulties are overcome in the case of pre-stressing or post-tensioning also. So that's what I can say, skilled labor are needed in case of pre-stressing, post-tensioning, and which is a very, what I can say, making a big impact, that is making these structures more strength-wise, life-wise good. So the life of these structures are more than the conventional method concreting structures. So further we can say the reinforcement that we are using in case of our regular RC structure, it is, as you know, different diameter bars is starting from the 6 mm, 8 mm, 10 mm, 12, 16, 20, 25, 32, and so on. These bars are prepared from the remolding, or many times remolding only I can say, and very less time from the actually I got of the raw material which is been available. And that's why the strength of that steel, that is a limitation. But in case of pre-stressing, we can say that high strength steel is being used. As we said, high concrete, high grade concrete, similarly high strength is used in the case of pre-stressing. High grade strength steel means that steel which is having its ultimate strength not less than 1200 newton per mm square or megapascal, you can say. So you can imagine our regular steel, which is only 415 or say maximum 500 newton per mm square, the ultimate strength. Here it is more than 1200. So there is what I can say more than double the strength of the steel is there. At the same time, when it is double, the diameter is also quite less compared to the other steels. If you see here, the steel that we are going to use is hardly 3 mm, 4 mm, 5 mm, or 6 mm steel bars. It is also called as wires, or it is also called as tendon. So tendon is nothing but the steel wires. Those are used for making this pre-stressing and post-tensioning parts. Right. So that is again what you can say a very important aspect in the pre-stressing members. And presently, I can just tell you that wherever you are staying, all around the Sholapur, presently the road work is going on, as you know. Might be just started again because due to lockdown, the work was on the hold for many days, say for 2 months or 2 or more months. But now again it is started. So at the many places, the pre-stressing, or we can say post tensioning of the girders are going on. The part of the tensioning also may be carried out nearby. You can just move around and see, taking your proper care. So how these members are being post tension, or what type of work is being done. And you me, or you can call me and tell me that, sir, so and so work is going near our house, and that is the, what I can say, the bridge work, or whatever the small bridge may be also there of span 10 meters and so on also. Where the high strength concrete is used, the tendons, the steel wires, those are also used. You can come through these diameters, the various equipments to make these structures, that also we are going to learn further. That also you can just go through when you are on the sites nearby your home. Need not to move too far. We will have visit later on. If everything goes good, definitely I will take you to the visit. Last time we had many visits for this pre-stressing units nearby our Vijapur road, as well as Akkalkot road. As the work are going on, we will also visit and see how actually this particular pre-stressing work is been carried out. So as again we are discussing the advantage and disadvantage of pre-stressed concrete beams with the reinforced concrete beams, the regular part. Again, one more what I can say, the advantage of this pre-stress members is quite from my point of view is very important. That is nothing but the size. And as we all know, size is also a very important aspect in a structure. So too big size is not preferred, and due to which only in the DCS one you have learnt also the W reinforced beam, or doubly reinforced beam, as you pronounce. It is up to individual. Okay. So why we design this W reinforced section? We know very well, as the bending moment is tremendous, there are limitations of the depth of the beam due to the different aspects, say architectural point of view, from the owner's requirement, or that particular purpose requirement, or some other reason, again we can say, for which we go for this W reinforced section. Now in the case of pre-stress, remember, here there is nothing W reinforced section like that, anything. The reinforcement is no doubt at the bottom also, at the top also, but for the heaviest bending moment also, these particular sections are having quite less depth compared to the conventional RCC beams. That is also the great advantage. Why it is so simple? Till now whatever we are seeing, that is a part of, what I can say, we are using the high strength concrete, we are using high strength steel. Again, the concrete grade not less than M25 or M30. The steel again having the ultimate strength of not less than 1200 Newton per mm square and above. So that's why it is possible to make the depth of the section as well as even the width of the section less compared to the normal RC structures. If you go to the metropolitan cities, nowadays the apartments, or you can say high rise towers, these are constructed within say 2 or 4 days. 7 floor building, the RCC part is completed within say 4 days. How it is possible? This is possible only and only due to this type of pre-stressing members. The columns are pre-stressed, the beams are pre-stressed, the slabs are pre-stressed. Everything is brought on site, and just the epoxy part is done, and the building is been made, or it is prepared, ready, and then afterwards the brickwork and other things are being done, and it is possible. And it is only possible due to this new technology. And that's why learning the pre-stressing unit is quite interesting, quite important. Nowadays, when we are facing such pandemic situations. Now, you know very well, we are having this COVID-19 corona situation where we cannot come together and work. And that's why there are many of the reasons you are now going online teaching, or we are making you to learn online. Similarly, it is not possible on the site also to get all the labors at a time and get the work done conventionally. That time this processing members will help a lot. Okay, so how, as I just said, there are columns, beams, slabs, all priestess members bringing together using the machineries. A person sitting in a machine, whatever the cranes, different types of cranes are there, load carrying 100-ton capacities or more than that. These, using these cranes, we can just install all these elements one other above, make the joints properly, and we can prepare the structures, and remaining work can be carried out so that there will be less contamination. So very less persons are required. Work is also fast. Whatever our requirements are being fulfilled. So we can go in that fashion. And that's why to learn this processing is a very important part. If you see from the point of view of what I can say, further your jobs and all those things, nowadays, if you want to join a company or say want to start your own business, also entrepreneurship, or you become an entrepreneur, then this part also can be taken into account. You can start your own business processing unit, develop some elements, sell out, and make money from that. Make other to work at your place, be an entrepreneur. At the same time, whatever the works are carried out in the various locations, like say sea is there, on the different rivers, what are the requirements are there, and there are many companies in metropolitan cities which are working on this processing, and those are have the requirement of such civil engineers also. And that's why this subject is important from that point of view also. And this particular unit of processing, that is module 3, 4, 5, 6, will make you clear about this, how these elements are there, how to design these elements. No doubt you are going to learn the basic things in this, but you will come to know how the processing is done, how priestess members are capable of carrying a tremendous load, or with a very small cross sections also. These are possible to carry the heavy bending moments, shear force. So quite interesting it is. And what I have learned from my teachers during those days, these particular bit of stressing concrete, from that what I can say, those days only we were having a lot of interest, and now we are seeing these structures nearby or around us. Earlier when we were learning this, we have to move for say 50 to 80 kilometers away from our location to see how the work is being carried out of processing and post tensioning. But now it is nearer to you. As I said, all the roads work are going on, and everywhere the bridge is there, small or big, and these different pre-stressing works, say like post tensioning, is carried out, and you can come through and see the things at these locations also. Fine. So I have briefed again once again in this lecture regarding the again the elements of the pre-stressing, as well as I have again cleared you what we are going to learn. In the next lecture, I will make the lectures rather more, what I can say, board presentation rather than more PPT. I will put the stands and make you more clear on the board also. So that will be a chalk and talk lecture where all the part of presentation will be done, and you will see that how the parts that we are going to learn will be cleared step by step in the chalk and talk lecture. Fine. So presently I will just say that you should go through the syllabus once again. See that you get this syllabus downloaded from the DBA tools. Okay. Once again, go through your DCS one lectures notes, what you are designed for the beams, because those few concepts again that we are going to use here, that is important. I don't know exactly, but in the DCS one, you might have designed the structures whether by LSM method, or I don't know whether you use this LSM or not, or working stress method only you are done the design. But presently speaking, in the practice, this WSM, that is the working stress method, is been outdated. So we have to design the members by LSM only, that is the limit state method. And for this LSM, we are going to use the IS code 456. Okay, so it is 2007 IS codes. Okay, but here it is not mentioned in the syllabus regarding the year of the IS. It is only mentioned IS 456. So I'm again doubtful. I'll just go through again, because whatever you are going to learn regarding the limit state of collapse, that particular unit for torsion, whether to go for working stress method or limit set, I will make it clear, and then we'll learn those things. But I will not start with the module 1 and 2. I will first start with the module 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, because processing is a vast one and which is important, and that's why we'll start with those. Don't worry about the how the exam will be there and all those things, so need not to worry. But we'll start with the module 3 in the coming days. Okay, so with this today I will end off. I will take the presentee, so everyone see that you start your video, put your video on, so that I can see you all on the video. Put your videos on. Yes, anybody having any doubt can also ask. Put your videos on so that I can see you. I can take a present students. I can just take the attendance. Fine. Okay. So make sure that anybody having any doubt, you can just start your mic and ask your doubts if anything, please. Do not chat regarding the attendance. So no problem. I will just, I'm having the, I have started my attendance on and also taken the screenshot, so need not to worry. But chat regarding the difficulties, if you are having any doubt, if you are having regarding even the clarity, the sound and so on. If anybody have any doubts, if not, then we'll stop. The next lecture will be proceeding now. So I will end up the meeting. Thank you.